One of the things that I wanted to make clear, and probably didn't make clear, in my first vid was that I intended to make my channel a media analysis and video essay hub, with maybe the occasional music thing or even a shitpost. I had also intended to make a Berserk video before I made a video on anything else manga or anime related, but I held off because I wanted to read Berserk as a finished product. Even with the death of its primary author, Kentaro Miura, his assistants will be carrying on the legacy until Guts finally stabs the Dragon Slayer into the earth one last time and walks away. In the meantime, I had actually been asked specifically to cover something that even has its own commissioned theme song.
Tracks from light to the darkness. Look at my past and I take precaution. Lost in the offspring of Swip Swop. Live, drop it, get hot for hip hop. Get on my face, wider face. Size of fate, it's like it's night and day. Maybe the light and day. I think the shell gotta hide away. I know Sean got more guns to fight and blaze. Living off a high end state with criminals and different individuals can make a miracle. Now Yaku so cool. Vision in the low, the top dude so cool. There's interval. Many of hearts up in the sky for the plenty of guards. Put in charge of the city in charge. Reinsure what the millennium was. I put bars in the song, Shaw Hank Jr. You gotta keep on pushing, gotta keep on striving. Whether you pure at heart or let desire take control, the only way for survival. Gotta keep on pushing, gotta keep on striving. Whether you pure at heart or let desire take control, the only way to survive.
Raise my hands to star, I need so far I can't go. Now it seems it's time for me and God play tango. It goes on and on and on and on and on. Either light or dark, it's on and on and
Before we begin, we should probably talk about who actually makes this thing in the first place. We have two writers here, Tevin James and Corey Mack. One of the writers themselves, I believe it's Tevin, got a hold of me, asked me, "Hey, do you like manga?" "Yeah." And so he had me read his stuff. And he told me that if I liked it, that I should do a review on it, and I agreed with that, because I definitely had fun. Anyway, in addition to the writers, we also have a bunch of people who do art and music stuff, and here are these people here. All y'all have done great work, and I appreciate what you've done. Alright, anyway, as it is, the production speed is slow. Slower than me, which is fine. It's done when it's done. As it is now, at the time of writing, there are only 8 chapters with a 9th in production.
Number 9.
As such, I'll give a more specified chapter-to-chapter talk since I can afford to do that. I'll talk about the tropey stuff that I like, and we'll have a grand old time. First thing on the list, of course, is Chapter 1. Chapter 1 starts off with the best thing you can do with a read that's going to have action in it. Have the main character in peril, or at least be in a bad spot, and follow up by showcasing what he's capable of, to a degree. It establishes a threat, if not for now, then in the future. It also assures you that even if it's a slow burn, there will definitely be someone or something to look forward to. There are plenty of examples of stories that start off doing this kind of thing. The first ones that come to mind are Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint and .hack GU. And in this particular case, it's someone called the Rabbit Goddess. We don't know what it means, but with all the death and murder, well, chances are pretty low that it's anything good. After that, we get shoulder checked into the next scene, which shows us the city where the following bits take place. It starts off with this excellently done perspective shot with a little warp to give a sense of scale while still keeping the MC firmly in view. Zooming in closer, we see a variety of areas. An amusement park, some restaurants, and a museum from the looks of it. Nice world building. Really makes it feel like Yakusoku could very well be a real place and you've just never heard about it. After some establishing shots, we have a robbery in progress. The humor style is put on display here, and this is also where we see MC's personality. He is quite literally me. A snarky ass who is hard to read. He handles the bad guys with ease because of two things. One, he has incredible physical abilities, and two, he acts as though he is the smartest in the room. From this, you know how things will go from most of the interactions he has with people. He'll jump into situations, kick everyone in the gut, and laugh while the victims hold their broken ribs and leap into the sunset. Sucks to be these guys, but hey, someone has to be the pedestal the MC stands on in order to showcase what he can do. Now, forewarning, I did get confirmation that a lot of the humor and timing is based on the Boondocks. And as such, I am legally obligated to start including clips of the show because duh.
What did you say, nigga?
You know what, motherfucker? Eat a dick, nigga. I'm tired of this mother.
Oh, yeah! Look at you! You was popping all that good shit a second ago, then you got kicked in your
stomach.
You eat a dick, nigga! You eat a dick!
And if you thought I was being hyperbolic when I said leap into the sunset, no. He literally does that. He jumps the height of a building to the shock of everyone nearby.
Oh, shit!
Chapter 2 introduces us to what I remember high school being like, full of clowns. Here we see two more named characters, plus a third at the end. The two that get their intro here are Michelle and Rosiandra, or Rosie. Shell is a frumpy stick-in-the-mud who is terrified of breaking the rules. Think classic Velma from 90s Scooby-Doo, but more reserved. Rosie, on the other hand, is a shit-stirrer who likes to push the line because it's how she gets her kicks. The polarity is inherently funny and leads to a dynamic I've seen before and know I enjoy. Here, let me show you what I mean.
Free at last, free at last. Oh, hey, Cho. I'm off the hook again. Principal Highwaters only gave me detention for the day. I told you his bald-head ass ain't shit.
Oh, well, that's good.
What the hell happened in there after I left? What's wrong, bruh? Them bitches in class messing with you again? Want me to beat them up?
No.
Then what's wrong? Come on, I can't help you if you don't tell me.
Well, you see...
You volunteered for that shit?
Yeah, and I regret it too. They all looked at me like I was crazy, like I was a freak of nature or something.
Oh, come on. It couldn't have been that bad.
They booed me for 5 minutes straight.
Oh, damn. Well, what doesn't kill you, right? Come on, Chell. Don't give me that look. You know no one here gives a damn about school anyway, so don't let them get to you.
You know what? You're right, Rosie. What do they know? Nothing. That's what. They don't know anything.
That's the spirit. So, want to stop somewhere to get food on the way home?
Well, sure. I don't see why not.
Good. I was hoping you'd say yes. What's a gotta do to get some decent food in this bitch, right?
Rosie!
What? I wasn't gonna make you pay this time, I swear.
That's not the point. I told you. No N-words at school.
If it wasn't clear before, this ought to tell you everything you need to know about the humor.
I know now that it could never work between us. As much as we wanted to, it could never be. Because you're black.
Nigga, you bullshit.
We just don't get stuff like this anymore, and it's refreshing to see someone who is clearly inspired is also a writer. At the end of this chapter, we get the only blonde man dumber than Ryuji.
For real?
Mordecai Rigby. Well, bro, what the hell is this name?
Good luck.
Chapter 3 begins with not Ryuji doing his best to unhinge his jaw and place his foot directly into his mouth up to the ankle. Waltz ran a dude over with a less than peak functioning skateboard, and now, since Chell and Rosie are basically accomplices for being friends with this clown, they all have to book it. On the other side of town, MC interrupts a dude doing the Spider-Man 3 and also gets a name reveal, as well as a profession description.
Pizza time.
Hey, yo, the pizza here. Bruh.
What's up, fucker?
Who the fuck said that?
Oh, it's you.
Our MC, number 1 here, is Siza the Bounty Hunter. And Rabbit Obsessive / Defender. Makes sense though, that he's all for the bun buns given what the very first scene showed us, not to mention the rabbit hoodie he refuses to take off. Chapter 4 shows us that maybe Siza can talk to rabbits. Either he's crazy, or he actually can, or both. It's probably both.
Bus.
A reckless MC is an interesting MC, because this guy is the type to kick inconveniences out of his way rather than walk around them. This chapter firmly establishes that Siza will do whatever he wants and could only care less if he cared at all. It also shows you that Rosie will not take Morto's crap. Bro, you should know better than to tell a girl they are out of shape. You're lucky you still have your balls, I'm gonna be real with you. They go to what is essentially a Costco's and get ice cream, where we get one of the best lines I've read in my life. Hey, I may occasionally take things that don't belong to me from other people without their knowledge or consent, but I'm not a thief.
Are you sure about?
And then he makes this face while eating his mega stack. And Siza shows up in the background.
What are you doing up there?
He better start some shit. He comes in like he's the Nahobino or something. And proceeds to free a comically large amount of buns into the street. Viva la revolution. Then, the connection is established. Michelle and Siza lock eyes for a second, gluing their fates together. And then Chapter 5 immediately has Siza screw over the other protagonists and giving them one of these.
Oh, good job! Spiky haired blonde leader. Leading us in the wrong direction and shit.
Wow! Just f***ing back the bus over me, why don't you?
Oh, nigga!
And then the cops pull out guns on kids, and there's a tidal wave of rabbits. Siza then proceeds to Captain Falcon forward air a cop in the face. Rosie delivers another Baba Booey, and one of the cops responds with one of them is racially insensitive. This chapter ends with some intrigue. An introduction to a new faction, the police force, followed by a case of a series of mysterious murders. Oh, and workplace hostility. It's a wonder anything can get done when your boss is like this. Chapter 6 doesn't have a whole lot of anything happen, but it does have this one particular moment in it which might look familiar.
How does it feel to treat me like you do? When you laid your hands upon me and told me
Now, and the chief of police identifies Siza as a thought. Now, the meatiest bits of action-based content are the villains. With chapters 7 and 8, we got a view of the nightlife of the city. It's exactly what you would have expected from a major metropolitan area in a manga. Dirty and full of party music played by gangsters. In this case, one major group enters the game, the Yakuza. And, in true Yakuza fashion, we even get introduced to them while they hang out in the VIP area of a nightclub they presumably own. Now, if you recall from earlier, the three goons at the beginning that MC uses a stool to look down on everyone from? Turns out, they are also Yakuza. One thing that I have grown to somewhat dislike about some stuff I read over the years are toothless villains. At least when it comes to series that try and make the stakes believable. Like, say, they're saying they're gonna kill someone and then they don't, even when the chance rises up with a convenient kill the problem now button. They don't press it, and I hate it. It's such a cop-out. Swip Swop doesn't do that. When the three are questioned, they are told something very specific. Keep it simple. And it turns out that involving yourself with Siza is anything but simple. At least as far as Michelle is concerned. The three, quote, have outlived their usefulness and are removed from relevance immediately. This is how you establish threat, and it didn't involve some over-the-top pagan min-level nonsense either, with the villain being so comically insane that he kills a guy with a bouncer.
Fucking
Nope. A guy decides that they are more trouble than value and calmly makes a choice and walks right out. Bang, bang, bang. Done. If there's one thing I can appreciate in a bad guy, it's efficiency. So, we've covered an overview of the individual chapters, so let's talk art for a minute. The art here is gorgeous, which would probably be why it takes as long as it does chapter to chapter. That's not to say the two writers aren't doing their part to make it all work, far from it. What I am saying is the art team, these guys here, are definitely doing good work. The environments are neat, the characters are well defined and expressive, everything you could want in a manga is here, with one small exception. Read this left to right. It's gonna be a hurdle for some, but I know you got it in you to be able to handle it. So, to conclude, I enjoyed my time with this. It reads like people wrote it rather than an algorithm or a dude getting ironically rizzed up for a joke. Sorry, but it's true. The art is fun, the characters are fun, and the world is interesting. But what would I know? I am a dork who unironically says things like, shout out to sleep-deprived girls, gotta be one of my favorite genders. Bonus points for having red eyes and white hair. Whatever, go read this, links below. Thanks to Tevin for asking me to read this. Now, of course, before I head off for today, I would like to present to you a preview of my next projects.
Not this bankrupt rock and roll. Sleeps a person in the top, riding how much slots a shot. Metal burning beneath my skin. I'm chipping in, chipping in.
up, Link. You are the light. Our light. That must shine upon Hyrule once again. You must hurry, Link. You must find me. Link! You must find me.